On that note, I would like to introduce my colleague, Mr. Akram Alhafez. Akram is our operation manager, and today he'll be discussing not only the new updates of our ultra portable Delft Light, but also about the importance of radiation safety on the field. Akram, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Katya. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akram. I will talk today about the Delft Light Portable X-ray. I will present to you the new configuration and what it means in terms of portability, sustainability, capacity building, and radiation safety. Next slide, please. Next one. As an introduction, Delft Light is a portable digital X-ray system that has been designed to be deployed in almost any venue, room, or even under a tent. It has been installed in over 40 countries around the world, in Africa, Asia, Middle East, Europe, North and South America. And it has been available together with the CAT40B in GDF catalog since 2021. Recently, this catalog got updated, and now we are very proud to continue this collaboration for the upcoming years. Next slide, please. So Delft Light is an ultra-portable system that can be transported by motorcycle, boat, or car. And now with the new configuration, due to the weight distribution, it can be carried by one person. To make it a user-friendly X-ray, Delft Light has been designed to be as easy and simple as possible, but of course still provide a high-quality output. So, for example, the installation of the full system takes less than 10 minutes, and while operating the system is simple because of the integration and connectivity between the X-ray component. Delft Light also has been developed to be used in challenging environments or even remote settings. It can operate in any temperature between 10 to almost or approximately 35 degrees and humidity percentage between 15 and 80%, which makes it suitable for TB screening in remote settings. And lastly, Delft Light is a sustainable X-ray system. It is provided with a solar panel that has integrated battery to charge all the provided batteries using the sun energy in case there is no power generator or national grid. Next slide, please. So to talk about the main characters of Delft Light is CE certified product, which means that the device complies with the European Union's health, safety, and performance standards. The main X-ray component, so we're talking about the generator, the detector, and the workstation, weighs around 10 kilos, while the total solution, including the stands, the cable, and even the transportation bags, weighs less than 30 kilograms. To ensure a maximum screening as possible per day, with the new configuration, we are doubling the amount of the X-ray batteries. With the old configuration, the users were able to do around or even more than 200 images per day, and with the new configuration, the users can do 400 or more than 400 images per day when the batteries, of course, are fully charged. Although Delft Light is a chest X-ray system, but due to the high exposure factors, 90 kV and 20 milliampere seconds, and because of the multi-purpose stand, the system can be used to screen for other purposes than tuberculosis. That's what mentioned by Dr. Emperor, that it's important to use the available X-ray to screen for other purposes. So Delft Light can provide that. And also because of the multiple purposes, the multi-purpose stands, the Delft Light can screen not only adults, but also babies or patients with standing difficulties. Delft Light is fully compatible with the AI solution, of course, with CAT40B. And as mentioned from my colleague Sazan, when both solutions are provided, CAT40B can be fully integrated with Delft Light Workstation to make sure that we provide one solution from one organization, and that simplifies the implementation and services activities. And lastly, with the Delft Light solar panel, there is an integrated UPS and automatic voltage stabilizer to ensure that all the batteries can be charged when there is no electricity or unstable electricity. Next slide, please. So to talk about the portability with the new configuration, we want to ensure that when that's needed, it's possible that one person carries the system in most comfortable way. So we have distributed the weight of the full system, and we're talking about the full system, so the stands, the batteries, the cables, into 3 bags. The first one, which is the backpack, the Delft Light backpack for the generator. The second one is the detector and workstation bag, and the third one is sleeve for the generator stand. Next slide, please. When it comes to safety, with Delft Light, we want to ensure that both the system itself and, of course, the users of the systems are safe. So for the safety of the system, we know that in some countries, there is no stable electricity, which might harm or damage the system. That's why we provide a solar panel with an integrated voltage stabilizer to make sure that the system itself and the batteries are protected and safe. For the safety of the users, we are providing LED apron with thyroid color to protect the users from the radiation. We are also providing a portable and battery-powered dosimeter to measure the amount of radiation that the user is exposed to. And lastly, radiation warning signs are also provided to indicate an area that has a potential radiation risk. Next one, please. Other topic that I would like to talk about is the capacity building. So at Delft Imaging, we believe that our contribution doesn't end at just providing the product, and we want to play a role in the process of developing and strengthening the skills, abilities, and resources that individuals or communities need. And in order to contribute in that, we have developed 2 types of e-learning platforms that will be provided with the new configuration of Delft Light. So this is the first one, the first e-learning platform, which is specialized in Delft Light and Cat4TB as solutions. It's an offline platform, and it will be installed on the tablet that we provide with the Cat4TB. And this is an e-learning, and this e-learning is an engaging and user-friendly platform, which has interactive content to cover topics about the Delft Light, about the software, Cat4TB, and other topics like radiation safety. At the end of this course, and to enhance the learning experience, the user will receive a certification when the course is complete. Next one, please. Another e-learning that we provide with the Delft Light is chest X-ray course. So this is an online course that has 40 hours of content. 40 hours of content. This content has presentations, videos, and images to support the user knowledge in high important topics like chest X-ray interpretation, identifying tuberculosis, and more. And this platform is available in different languages: French, Spanish, Arabic, Russian, and many others. And also provides certificate to the users when they finish the course. Next one, please. The last topic in my presentation is the radiation safety. And here I want to talk about a study that has been published recently, and it was done by independent organizations, MSF, Stop TB, and Maastricht University in the Netherlands. The study mentions that ultra-portable X-ray systems combined with CAD software are useful for TB screening in places with limited resources. However, recent studies mentioned some challenges faced when using portable X-ray devices because of the regulatory requirements mostly aimed at stationary and mobile X-ray systems. Therefore, it's important to develop guidelines for safe use of ultra-portable X-ray devices and to minimize the radiation related to the health risks. Next slide, please. So in practice, the radiation dose to the patient and staff should be as low as possible. This is called a LARA principle, which stands for as low as reasonably achievable. And this principle is a key guideline in radiation safety. In TB screening, the patient risks from a single X-ray exposure. However, the public and the user will get two other kinds of radiation, scattered and leakage radiation. They are less intense than the X-ray beam, so they are less harmful, but still TB screening staff is exposed to them during every exam. Next slide, please. So in this study, Delft Light portable X-ray was evaluated under controlled experimental conditions for radiation safety and TB screening. Scattered and leakage radiation were measured to calculate radiographer exposure at 1 and 2 meters behind the X-ray tube. Annual exposure was calculated for scenarios with 50, 100, and 200 exams per day, and scatter and leakage doses were adjusted to account for protective gear such as 0.25 millimeter lead apron and thyroid color, which we provide with the new configuration of Delft Light. Next slide, please. So on the right side, we can see the bar charts, which explains the result of the study. So at a distance of 1 meter behind the X-ray tube, and at 2.5 milliampere per second and source to subject distance 1.8 meter, the users can do around or a bit less than 50 exposures per day without a lead apron. And this number goes to almost 200 exposures when they are wearing the lead apron. However, when the distance behind the X-ray goes to 2 meters instead of 1 meter, the number almost got doubled. So we see without the lead apron that users can do almost 100 exposures per day, while with the lead apron, it's more than 400. So to conclude this study, it is recommended that, of course, reduce the time in the X-ray field. Simply, if you don't have to be there, then you shouldn't. Increase the distance to the X-ray source. We saw that increasing the distance from 1 meter to 2 meters reduces 60% of the radiation. And with the new configuration of Delft Light, we are providing 6 meter exposure switch to maximize that distance. And of course, always recommended to use the lead apron to receive the minimum of the exposure. Next slide, please. So to wrap up, by following the mentioned recommendations that we just mentioned, like maximize the distance, wear the protective accessories, and reduce the time, the radiation dose can kept under the yearly dose limit, even when doing 200 exposures per day for 5 days per week. Next slide, please. Yeah, that was my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention, and I will give the floor back to my colleague, Katia.
Thank you, Akram. Thank you. That was a really insightful presentation.